Welcome back to the Lucky Home. Today I'm taking on a small but very messy project. My husband's closet. At first glance, it might be nothing like a big space, but over time it became a place where all kinds of random items ended up. Keys, wallets, sunglasses, medications, flash drivers, watches, cables, receipts, you name it, it was probably hiding somewhere in this closet. Have you ever opened a closet looking for one thing only to spend several minutes searching because everything is mixed together? If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. Small spaces become cluttered much faster than we realize. The good news is that we don't need an expensive makeover to completely change the way the space works. Today, I'm gonna organize this entire closet using a storage organizer that costs only $7. Sometimes simplest solutions create the biggest transformations. Let's get started.
The Lucky Home, Cleaning and Organization.
Well, the very first thing I always recommend is taking everything out of the closet. I know this step can feel overwhelming because the room suddenly looks even messier than before, but don't let that discourage you. This is actually one of the most important parts of the organizing process. When everything stays inside the closet, it's impossible to see how much you really own. Once everything is out in the open, you begin to notice duplicates, forgotten items, and things that you don't even belong into that space anymore. Seeing everything together helps you to make better decisions. As I empty the closet, I realized just how many different types of items had been collected over time. There were wallets, sunglasses, watches, medications, keys, chargers, flash drivers, small keepsakes, and many little objects that had simply been dropped into the closet without permanent home. This happens in so many homes. When an item doesn't have a designated place, it usually ends up wherever there's an empty spot. Little by little, clutter starts to grow without us even noticing. Now that everything is out, it's time to declutter. I believe decluttering isn't about throwing everything away. It's about making thoughtful decisions. Ask yourself simple questions. Do I still use it? Does it belong in this closet? Is it broken? Have I completely forgotten I even owned it? I believe decluttering isn't about throwing everything away. It's about making thoughtful decisions. Ask yourself simple questions. Do I still use this? Does it belong in this closet? Is it broken? Have I completely forgotten I even owned it? Sometimes we hold on to things simply because we never stop long enough to evaluate them. In this case, my husband is the one making those decisions because these are his personal belongings. I think it's important for each person to decide what is meaningful to them. After removing trash, old papers, and unnecessary items, the next step is creating categories. This step might sound simple, but it completely changes the way the space functions. Instead of placing things wherever they fit, I group familiar items together. For example, all the walls stay together. Once every category has its own space, finding what you need becomes much faster. Organization isn't really about making a home look beautiful. It's about making every life easier. Imagine getting ready in the morning and knowing exactly where your wallet or your keys are every single day. Those few minutes you save every morning add up over time. Now, it's finally time to use the organizer. This organizer cost me only $7, which is about 6,500 Chilean pesos. I found it in downtown Santiago, and as soon as I saw it, I knew it would be perfect for this project. One thing I really like about this organizer is that it uses vertical space. Many closets don't have enough shelves, but they usually have unused height. When you organize vertically, you're creating extra storage without making the closet any bigger. It's one of my favorite organizing tricks because it's simple, affordable, and incredibly effective. This organizer has 4 different levels, so each category can have its own section. Instead of stacking everything on the top of each other, every item becomes visible. And when you can actually see your belongings, you're much more likely to keep space organized. For one of the decorative pieces, I choose reusable adhesive putty. Small details like this help everything stay neat over time. As I started putting everything back into the closet, the transformation became more and more noticeable. The closet suddenly felt lighter, cleaner, calmer. It's amazing how organizing a small space can completely change the feeling of an entire room. My husband actually told me that opening this closet used to give him a headache because he could never find what he needed. Now everything has a home. He can find his belongings in seconds. No more digging through piles of random objects, no more frustration. And the best part is that this transformation didn't require an expensive renovations or fancy custom furniture. It's just one affordable organizer, a little time, and simple organized system. I truly believe that creating an organized home isn't about perfection. It's about creating spaces that support your daily life instead of making more stressful. Every organized drawer, every organized shelf, every organized closet saves you time, reduces stress, and makes your home feel more peaceful. Sometimes the smallest projects create the biggest difference. I hope this transformation inspires you to organize one small area in your home today. Thank you so much for spending time with me here at the Lucky Home. If you enjoyed this closet organization makeover, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment letting me know which space you would like to organize. I'll see you in the next home transformation. Bye.